It's not just the Cinderellas that blow up your bracket that we come to remember every March. The St. Peters, the Oakland, the Fairleigh Dickinsons that win the game, that get immortalized forever in the March lore. It's also the teams that come so close and can't quite break through. And no team embodies that this year more than the Siena Saints. Siena got as brutal a draw as you could ever imagine in their first trip to the NCAA tournament since 2010. They were staring down Duke, the number one overall seed in the tournament, a Duke team that was favored by 28.5 points when all was said and done. To pull an upset like that, you have to be essentially perfect. And Siena nearly was. Took an 11-point lead at halftime. People at home were ready to turn on the game. People at school were frantically checking their phones. People at work hiding that Excel spreadsheet over the March Madness stream. And unfortunately for the Saints, it only took 13 seconds for the energy and everything that was going their way to turn. Two missed dunks in the span of 6 seconds by Riley Mulvey and then Francis Full-Effect turned into a dunk on the other end, and what could have been a 15-point Siena lead that really would have applied all the pressure in the world onto this Duke team turned into 11. The Saints fought. No team I can remember in this tournament fought harder with less than what the Saints had. They played 5 players for the first 39 minutes and 50 seconds, riding an iron 5 that was really the only guys they had left. They had 7 scholarship players due to injuries and ineligibility, and they just kept fighting. And they're a team that embodies their head coach, Gerry McNamara, who experienced March glory himself as a player at Syracuse, is incredibly competitive and had his guys fighting. Even John Shire, the head coach of Duke, said Gerry outcoached him that day. It was a remarkable run for the Saints that eventually came up just a bit short. And unfortunately, in this era, that also means everything changing essentially as soon as the buzzer sounds. The buzzer sounding didn't just end Siena's season, it ended Gerry McNamara's time at Siena. He's off to Syracuse's alma mater, where he'll be the head coach. The roster will likely follow at least a few key pieces and critical parts of the team that nearly pulled the Cinderella story of a lifetime. And Siena, a school that has been a part of the March mayhem before, won games in the tournament in 2008 and 2009. Siena comes unbelievably close to doing it again. Instead, they will have to start fresh. It is a reminder of the cruelty of this event, but also a reason why we fall in love with a team that most probably never watched throughout the regular season. That Siena was probably not on your main screen, but they certainly were for one afternoon in the big dance and nearly pulled off an upset for the ages.